Kris Van Cleave joins us now from Washington. Kris, what is the latest where you are?
Well, we are in the midst of an around-the-clock massive snow removal effort that is turning the parking lots at the old RFK Stadium in Washington into a mountain of snow. These trucks, an army of dump trucks, have been arriving here throughout the day, throughout the night, bringing snow that's been removed off of streets here. It's really been a colossal effort, but the city is still largely shut down because of all of this snow. While the main streets are down to pavement in places where they used to be 4 lanes, there may be a lane and a half, or there's just no parking. The sidewalks are iced over, and a lot of the residential streets are still impassable. So there's a lot of work to be done, even though progress is being made here in Washington. You've got the federal government closed. The city governments, not only here in D.C., but in the surrounding municipalities, shut down. Schools are closed. The airports are back open. D.C.'s metro system is running only limited service, below ground only, which cuts off a good chunk of the metro system from people. So, you know, the city has really been hobbled by this massive storm.
Kris, as you mentioned, there's still a lot of work left to be done, but did Washington prepare enough for this snowstorm?
Well, you know, I think it's important to point out that D.C. averages 19.5 inches of snow in an entire year. In 36 hours, the National Zoo, which is in the heart of Northwest Washington, got 22.4 inches. So this is a region that doesn't get that much snow in an entire year. It got it in 36 hours. So was it prepared? I think that if you're a D.C. resident and you're used to what is really not a region known for how it handles snow, things have actually gone pretty well. You just sort of expect that it's going to cripple the region for a few days. So you know, you're not seeing a lot of anger from people because honestly the lights stayed on. People didn't lose power, so folks in their homes are at least warm and have electricity. There was a lot of warning to this storm, so people in theory should have stocked up. But you know, we'll see how that frustration builds as we get into days 3, 4, and 5 of aftermath. But right now, I think that the city gets some credit for the lights staying on and at least the major routes being cleared by yesterday. But it has been a slow go here. This is not Boston, for example, that's accustomed to this kind of thing.
We've been getting snow totals from all over the area, but there's a little bit of a controversy there in D.C. What can you tell us about the National Weather Service investigating reports that the official snow total for D.C. was taken incorrectly?
Sure thing. First of all, look around here. You can see these trucks are coming in and dumping snow. There is no question the D.C. area got a whole lot of snow, but there is some debate about exactly how much snow the D.C. area got. The official snow measuring point for the city is Reagan National Airport. It recorded 17.8 inches of snow, but the nearby National Zoo recorded 22.4 inches of snow. There are reports that the National Weather Service now says they are going to launch an internal review to investigate that the snow totals at Reagan National weren't taken correctly and thus undercounted the amount of snow the region got. It is not uncommon for there to be some difference in totals, but a 5 or 6 inch difference in totals for places that aren't very far apart is pretty unusual. And there are reports of some irregularities with how the snow was measured at Reagan National. So the National Weather Service is reviewing that. Either way you cut it, D.C. got a whole lot of snow. I can tell you where our office is in Northwest Washington, it was right around that 2-foot mark.
A whole lot of snow is right. Kris Van Cleave for us in Washington. Thanks a lot. Stay safe out there.
Sure thing.